Family and friends, we have come together from many different places so that we may celebrate James and Dayna as they join their lives in the union of marriage. They're so thankful that all of you are here to share this once-in-a-lifetime moment with them. The bride and groom would like to acknowledge James' parents, Elisa Higgs and James McAllister, and Dayna's father, John Thompson. James and Dayna are so grateful for the unconditional love and support you have all bestowed upon them. The couple would also like to take a moment to acknowledge the memory of James' grandparents, Elias Silva, Teresa Diaz de Silva, and Mary Ellen McAllister, and Dayna's grandparents, Jose and Violet Baker. We feel their presence with us here today and take joy in the knowledge of how happy they would be to witness this ceremony. As many of you know, this couple's story begins at this very winery. 4.5 years ago, James took Dayna here for their first date. They did a wine tasting and walked this very garden where they're getting married today. From that day, they fell in love and have been a team ever since. We are happy to witness the love that James and Dayna have chosen to consecrate in marriage. The first reading the bride and groom have selected for their wedding ceremony will be read by the bride's cousin, Leanne Castor.
Since the beginning of the written word, love letters have expressed the very highest and best emotions of the human heart. In 1812, the composer Ludwig van Beethoven wrote the following words to his immortal beloved. My angel, my all, my own self, where I am, you are with me. Is it not a real building of heaven, our love, but as firm too as the citadel of heaven? I can only live either altogether with you or not at all. Never another one can earn my heart. Never, never. Be calm. Love me today, yesterday. What longing and tears for you. You, my life, my all. Oh, go on loving me. Never doubt the faithfulest heart of your beloved. Ever thine, ever mine, ever ours.
A marriage is a magnificent commitment. It is made in the deepest sense to the exclusion of all others, and it is entered into with the desire and hope it will last a lifetime. James, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Dayna in marriage? If so, answer, I do. Dayna, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to James in marriage? If so, answer, I do. Will the bride and groom please approach the wine box ceremony table? Earlier, we heard the immortal words written by Beethoven to his beloved. As part of today's ceremony, the bride and groom have captured their thoughts leading up to this day in love letters to one another. Their letters describe their deepest thoughts and feelings about one another, the reasons they fell in love, and their most cherished moments as a couple. These letters will be sealed inside this box to be opened and shared together with a bottle of wine on their first anniversary. The couple plans to do this every year as a new tradition in their marriage. Dayna and James, please place your letters to one another in the box. Wine, a great love will deepen and mature with age. Together with their letters to one another, the couple is placing a special bottle of wine into the box that they will open to celebrate their first anniversary. When you open the box, 1 year from today, you can reflect on the loving commitment you made here. You can reminisce about all of the memories you made during your first year as a married couple and dream of those yet to come. I will now seal the box. Thank you. Please return to your places. second reading the bride and groom have selected for their wedding ceremony will be read by the groom's sister, Katie McAllister.
Hi, everybody. The future belongs to hearts even more than it does to minds. Love, that is the only thing that can occupy and fill eternity. In the infinite, the inexhaustible is requisite. Love participates of the soul itself. It is of the same nature. Like it is the divine spark. Like it is incorruptible, indivisible, imperishable. It is a point of fire that exists within us, which immortal and infinite, which nothing can confine, and which nothing can extinguish. We feel it burning even to the very marrow of our bones, and we see it beaming in the very depths of heaven.
We are gathered here today to unite this man, James, and this woman, Dayna, in the bond of matrimony. James, will you have this woman to be your wife, to live together with her in the covenant of marriage? Will you love her, comfort her, honor her, and keep her, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful unto her, as long as you both shall live? I do. Dayna, will you have this man to be your husband, to live together with him in the covenant of marriage? Will you love him, comfort him, honor him, and keep him, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful unto him, as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Wedding rings are the outward and visible symbol of the inward and invisible bond which already unites your two hearts. Rings are circular, with no beginning and no end. They represent what has been and what will always be. One special thing to note is that the wedding ring that will be placed on James' finger contains within it the wedding band of Jose Baker, Dayna's beloved grandfather. Jose wore this ring for his entire 65 years of marriage to Dayna's grandmother, Violet. When Jose passed away, Violet gave the ring to Dayna, who vowed to herself that she would not marry a man until she found someone she deemed worthy of wearing it, and who could live up to her grandfather's legacy. Dayna has been wearing her grandfather's ring for the last 8 years, and she is now happy to bestow it upon her new husband, James, today. Will the best man give the bride's ring to the groom? James, place the ring on Dayna's finger and repeat after me. Ever thine, ever mine, ever ours.
Ever thine, ever mine, ever ours.
Will the best man give the groom's ring to the bride? Dayna, place the ring on James' finger and repeat after me. Ever thine, ever mine, ever ours.
Ever thine, ever mine, ever ours.
Throughout this ceremony, James and Dayna have vowed in our presence to be loyal and loving towards each other. They have formalized the existence of the bond between them with words spoken and with the giving and receiving of rings. To the family and friends in attendance, please get ready with your bubbles. Now, by the power vested in me by the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. McAllister.
So I'll go back to when me and James met. For those of you who don't know me, me and James met about 12 years ago this week, actually. That's the the ironic thing. We've known each other for that long. The Marine Corps kind of introduced us. They introduced me and Dayna as well. So I'm very thankful to the Marine Corps for that. Without the Marine Corps, I would have never met these two wonderful, wonderful people. Me and James have traveled the world together. We've gone to war together. And through all of that, James has always been there for me. He's always been my best friend, no matter what, through all these years. He's always been Uncle Mac to my kids. My oldest is 9 years old. Doesn't know life without James in it. He's always been there. He's always been there, not just for me, but for my kids as well. And that means a lot to me, James. He's supported me through a lot of the good decisions I've made in life, and he's been there through some of the hardest points in my life. And he knows what I'm talking about, so I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for him to have asked me to be his best man. In reality, he's my best man. He's been there for me more times through hard points than I've been there for him. He's a better man than any of the men that I've ever met. Like, he's just a great, great guy. As much as I know about James, as long as I've known him through all the years, there's one thing that I know for sure, is that I have never seen him happier than he's been these last few years with Dayna. And I know that for sure because for a while, I think it was the first, almost maybe not even a year. It was a while. It was a few months that I didn't even really know that they had a relationship going on, but I could see something different in him. And that's how I know that his life changed when he met Dayna. That she was such a great addition to his life. And I thank you, Dayna, for that. Dayna, you're a beautiful, fun, loving woman. We've had many fun times over the years. I've also deployed to war with Dayna. So it's not just James. We have a great working relationship and friendship outside of work. But I'm very grateful from this day forth that I no longer see Dayna as a friend. Dayna is now my sister because James is more than my best friend. James is my brother. He is my brother. And Dayna is now my sister. I would wish you two the best of luck, but I know you don't need it because you just click that well with each other. You're the most amazing couple I've known, and I love you very, very much. To James and Dayna.
Yay!
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
My name is Leanne. I'm very lucky to be Dayna's cousin. Dayna has always been like a little sister to me. And I'm so proud of the amazing young woman that she is today. Sweetie, go sit down. I don't want to get too political, but Dayna and I were talking this morning about how wonderful it is that James and Dayna's wedding day will forever be a day that celebrates love and marriage across the country. To quote the Supreme Court of the United States, "No union is more profound than marriage, for it embodies the highest ideals of love, fidelity, devotion, sacrifice, and family. In forming a marital union, two people become something greater than they once were. Marriage embodies a love that may endure even past death." So Dayna and James, we are here today to celebrate the deep and lasting love that you have for one another. Dayna, my deepest wish for you has always been for you to find the true happiness that you deserve. And James, I want to thank you for making that wish come true. Dayna and I know that our grandma and grandpa would be so happy knowing what a wonderful man Dayna has married. And the fact that you're wearing our grandfather's ring, all I can say is that you were meant to wear it. So, you are an amazing couple, and we are so happy for you. James, welcome to our crazy family. So everyone, please raise your glasses. Dayna and James, Dayna. May you have a lifetime of happiness. Cheers.
Well, I'm going to have to stand and face away from all of you because I'll get you wet. I got wet just last night, talking in the camera, because of these two. Why do I have to cry so much? It's not fair. I should be happy at this moment. I am. I have to relate something that I did last night. Here we go. Oh no. There's only a few of these guys left. I swear. My daughter Dayna was asking. We talk regular. And she kept saying, you know, I don't know. When's he going to ask me? When's he going to ask me to marry him? She's really getting a fret about when the heck he's going to ask her to marry him. Well, I came down to visit a friend, Sherry, in LA, and I always get in touch with them. And we got together and went out to Knott's Berry Farm. And while we were there, we kind of got separated from the girls and everything, and James kind of pulled me to his side, and he said, I've been waiting for a time when I wasn't hooked up to your daughter. He didn't really say it that way. It was all neither. I'm kind of, building it up. And he said, I've been waiting for the right time when we could be alone so I could ask you to ask your daughter to marry me. I said, what a guy. That told me what kind of man he is. There's not many of those left that wait to talk to their parents about asking for their daughter to hand in marriage. So I thank him, and he's a special guy to me. And then to make it even worse, she's such a special daughter to me. We've been at a period of not really being with each other and knowing each other. And I won't go into all that, but when we did, we've really been close. Talked about just about everything, and I can't think of anything we skipped over. But it's been a very wonderful, loving relationship. And I left my toast glass over there. So I have to toast them because, like was said earlier, and each one that toasted you already made me cry too. Made it even worse when I get after it. But I know that you're going to have a happy marriage too, just because I know the two of you, and that's beautiful, and I love that. And so I toast to my new son-in-law and daughter on this wonderful day.
When I saw Jimmy coming down the aisle, I had like a flashback memory when he was a baby, when he was first born. He used to have cranky hour, and he used to cry consistently for an hour or longer. Every single night, he would cry and cry nonstop. No matter what we did, he wouldn't stop crying. So we didn't know what we were doing wrong. We were like, we were parents. We didn't know, what was I doing wrong? There was this one night, we actually called Jimmy's grandma and Jimmy's grandpa, and they came over. They only lived like 10 minutes away. So they came over, and all she did was walked in the house. She came, she wrapped him in a blanket, and she got him real close to her, and he stopped crying. And we're like, oh my God. So I felt like a failure. I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing wrong? So she like totally, and she kept looking at me and she's like, this is what you need to do. You know, he needs comfort. He needs like, you know, to be cuddled and all that. And, you know, she was like the most wonderful woman. And she's in heaven now looking at this beautiful day. But I felt like a failure. But when I saw Jimmy coming down the aisle today, I didn't feel like a failure then, because I'm thinking I did something right. You know, I raised a beautiful son, and he is marrying this beautiful daughter, and I think it's just so good. So I close to that. Where's my glass? So cheers.
So to Dayna and James. You're awesome. Okay, thanks, bye. Just kidding, I wouldn't do that to you.
All right, yeah.
The end, that's it. Have you ever met that person in your life who just gets you, knows you, understands you, without you ever speaking a word? I have. Her name is Dayna. When I first met Dayna, we were 11 years old. It was 6th grade. I thought Dayna was the coolest girl. She had clunky-heeled shoes, jewelry that wasn't from Claire's, and she could talk to boys, something that I couldn't yet do. We bonded quickly over our love for all things Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But Dayna moved away halfway through 7th grade, and though we managed to beg our parents to drive each other back and forth for a while, our friendship sadly dwindled over time, and Dayna was lost to me. Fast forward to 8 years later, when out of nowhere I received a message on MySpace from a girl named Dayna. I was completely taken by surprise. I'm so glad she did, because from that moment on, my life was changed for the better. It only took a few exchanges before we decided to meet in person, and though 8 years of our lives had passed, it felt like our friendship picked up right back where we left off. In all those 8 years, Dayna, I felt like a part of me was somehow missing. I never knew what it was until you came back into my life. Dayna and I have a history of leaving each other, and neither one of us will ever let the other let it down. She left me in 7th grade. I left her for a year and a half in Australia. On our reunion in Hawaii, she told me she was joining the military. I know she didn't really want to be a Marine, just that she was trying to get revenge on me. But we somehow always managed to find our way back to each other. After all, I followed her to Southern California. And I'm sure that's how our lives will continue. She'll move, I'll move, children will be had, vacations will be taken, but somewhere along the line we'll cross paths here and then, and we'll pick right back up where we left off. One fine December day, Dayna told me she went on a date with her boss. I thought, okay, maybe not the best idea, Dayna. But by the 3rd date, she told me she knew he was the one. About 4 months later, I flew down to scope him out. Yeah, you guys thought I was flying down to see you in Micaiah, didn't you? When I first met James, he was polite, he smiled, he said hi. And when Dayna briefly left the room, I took the opportunity to ask him a few questions, but couldn't squeeze more than 2 words out of him. Needless to say, we spent the rest of the 2 minutes in awkward silence while we played with the cats. Our second encounter at a restaurant in Seattle went much better, and I gave Dayna a thumbs up, which for anyone who knows me well enough is a pretty big deal. And now here we are, years later, and I mean years. James, I got so many phone calls about, oh my God, he still didn't ask me. What is he going to ask me? That I'm actually considering backbilling you for my phone bill for 8 months. Anyway, here we are on their wedding day. James, on this very special day in your life, I want you to remember one thing, that she was my wife first. We had plans, James. Our dreams of buying a house in Montana, having 50 dogs, and living in Spencer's have now been ruined. But that plan had already changed about two winters ago when we all went to Disneyland together. When it came time to ride the Tower of Terror, which for those of you who don't know is a terrifying ride, I got really nervous. Both Dayna and James kept me laughing nervously through the whole line. When it was time to get on, Dayna said I could sit in the middle of them like their child. So I did. It was that day that Dayna and James became my mom and dad. And now that it's your wedding day, I'd like to present my gift to you. This is my official adoption certificate. So now we can make it official. It has everything all ready for you. You just need to sign it here and here. My place is already packed, so just let me know what day is good for you to move in. In all seriousness, Dayna and James, mom and dad, I'm so happy for you both. I wish you both a lifetime of happiness and adventure together. I can't wait to see what a beautiful life you create with each other. I'm also really looking forward to all of our family vacations. Congratulations with all my love. Cheers.
Hello everyone, I'm James, father of the groom. I just wanted to say thank you all very much for coming. You can tell the quality of the people by who their friends are, who they've chosen to be with them on this day. And without getting too mushy or all, I'm just proud of everything that he's done in his life. All the choices he's made, difficult and easy. The person he chose to spend the rest of his life with. We love you like we've always known you. Other than that, his mom sweating it out. But to my son and my daughter-in-law, I wish you a life of happiness. And just remember our phone number in case of trouble. Thank you, everyone. Cheers.
Well, Dayna, what can I say? You are real. When James first told me about you and was going on for the last 4 or 5 years that he had this remarkable woman in his life, I thought he was lying. I really did. I really thought you were about as real as leprechauns. But, be as it may, I walked in the door, what was it, Tuesday? And you welcomed me with open arms. It was walking in the door, it was like coming over to your house every single day. You welcomed home your boo with a big hug, gave me a big hug, like you've already known me. And we've only known each other 2 tall tales, huh? Well, I do have to say, you guys are completely adorable, and you are a great couple. Hearing you guys talk on the phone, what was it, this morning? Yeah. I told them that you guys are so cute that you make Care Bears sick to their stomachs. But you do have one of the best men you could get on this planet, besides me. But he's a great man. James, we've known each other since we were 10 years old, and all our life, how everybody was looking up to heroes. Everybody's looking up to superheroes, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. Who do you want to be like? My best friend James. That's the man I want to be like. This is the man that motivates me. This is the man that makes me want to be a better man. You couldn't ask for anybody better. And I could just tell by your energy that you guys give off, that you do complete each other, that you guys bring out the best in each other. Because I like him better when he's with you.
Me too.
And I got real emotional yesterday, and I was telling you guys, and that it is the truth. Just remember, the great times are great mortar to put together on the bricks, but it's the hard times, the difficulties that you guys pull together through as one that will make you even stronger. Just don't ever forget that. And I love you both very much, and I'm glad to have you as my sister.
We love you guys so much. Congratulations. Said give marital advice. We're experts there. So don't do what we did. Do what you guys are going to do, which is going to be last forever. We love you so much. Have fun on the honeymoon.
We love you, and don't forget that every day is something new. So love each other as much as possible. I love you guys.
Love you.
And have lots of these. We expect you to have like 5, 6, maybe 7. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
James, my son, you have always made me the happiest dad ever. You've always done right, you've always worked hard, you've always been there, you've always looked out for your little sister, your family. I'm so happy that you found this wonderful, wonderful girl in Dayna, and I know you guys will be together forever, and just want to say it's the best day of your life ever. Have a good one. Congratulations. Goodbye. Take care. Go on.
Hey, congratulations, James and Dayna. We loved your wedding. Had a great time. So happy for you. You guys are wonderful. Love you.
I'm glad I got to get
and seeing you guys, and I'll be happy to spend the next week or two with you. There you go. Glad I can
Dayna and James, we're so happy for you. We can't wait to see what kind of life you build together, and we're so glad to be a part of your celebration.
Yes, James and Dayna, you're great together, and you're gonna have a great life together, many adventures to share, so good luck to you.
Jimmy and Dayna had a great time. Thank you so much for inviting me. I asked Pop to come to say something. It's like, Pop, they're doing an exit interview. Do you want to say something? And he said, like that. And in the 3,000 miles out here, I asked him 50 times if he wanted to do things, and he went. So, with that said, congratulations. I had a great time. Thank you for having us. And we'll be back to visit soon, hopefully. Good luck. Bye.
James and Dayna, I love you two guys very much. I wish you the best. I wish you all the love and happiness in the world. God bless you both. I'm speechless, but I just want you to know I've had a wonderful time here tonight at your wedding. I'm happy for the both of you, and I love you dearly. Thank you very much.
Don't be foul, Mark.
Sorry, I lost it. Okay. Dayna and James, congratulations. The wedding was fantastic. Can't say something, I've lost my train of thought.
I'm glad you found each other. Because I didn't find anybody for you, Dayna, and I apologize for that. It was really shitty as this Easter goes.
Well, this has been depressing. We really enjoyed the wedding.
Good luck in the future. I'm sure it'll work out.
Can we do another
and
take?
If it doesn't,
Let's do another
though,
take.
if it doesn't work out, just give me a call. I'll help you out. But I don't really mean that, James. I swear to be fine. Yeah. She's easy to handle.
This is what happens when the photographer comes up and says, hey, do you want to do an after-wedding documentary? And we're like, yes, we've drank enough. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
perfect.
Well, congratulations, because that's it. Love you. Yeah, okay. Click.
James, Dayna, what can I say? You know me, I'm a man of few words. That's it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Just want to let you guys know that I love you. I had a great time being here at your wedding tonight. Thank you very much for letting me be a part of your special moment. And this is just one memory of many, and I hope there's many that we all make together and many to come, all right? And I love you guys. You guys have a blessed night, all right?
Oh, hello. Hello, brother and Dayna. Today is quite the day, if I do say so myself. It is a day where two lovely, beautiful souls bring their hearts together and really show the world what the meaning of love is. And you know what? I cheers to you and all of your happiness. I'm really not that intoxicated. I just thought it would be funny. I love you. You guys are the freaking best. When I was young and forever, Jimmy used to always tell me he'll never have a girlfriend, and I'll be like, damn, I'm never gonna have a sister-in-law. Who, like, what, why? That's not fair to me. But thank you for now coming to your senses and giving me a sister-in-law, because I know how much you love me. The feeling is mutual. Congratulations. I want to go out like Dad did.